Yeah, Winthrop, give them a lot of credit. They're a scrappy, tough team. Obviously made some shots early in the game and put us on our heels to some extent, but I thought our guys did a good job continuing the battle, and in the second half did a much better job contesting outside shots. And we got the style of play going the way that we wanted it really throughout the game. I think some of the fouls slowed it down. Well, I don't think. I know some of the fouls slowed it down. But that's just something we got to continue to get better at. I thought we did a good job drawing fouls and getting to the foul line 48 times. Shot it better as a team. Obviously, Javante, already some work to do with him, but he's a good shooter, and I think with some continued repetition, he'll get better.
Questions?
How much did Javante work on that shot this summer? How valuable will that be moving forward?
Which shot?
The 3-point shot.
I mean, we got three bigger guys that can shoot the ball from three: Javante, Mo, and Jared. Now, they're not Melvin Johnson. They're not Travion Graham. They need to continue to get repetition shooting at game speed. They've started the year, all of them, shooting the ball well from out there. But they've just got to remember that where their bread and butter is, and that's in the paint.
Would you like to see them take more of those? I mean, we've seen with Jamie Skeen how effective that allows.
Yeah, they're not in his league in terms of outside shooters. I take an open three from Jamie Skeen every single time. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I mean, they're shooting the ball well right now. It really stretches the defense and gives us an added element anytime you have a big guy that can step out and shoot threes. But again, they just have to remember that their bread and butter is around the basket, and we've got some other guys on our team that are better shooting the ball from outside. So we'll see how it goes. I told those guys before the season that I'm a coach that likes to give guys freedom, but as the game goes on and the season goes on, if things aren't working very well, then we'll adjust.
You had 6 guys in double figures. How do you like that distribution?
It's great. I think it speaks to our depth. We had a lot of guys play and give us contributions tonight. I thought Jordan Burgess and Jared Guess gave us good contributions, even though they struggled to shoot the ball. And the 6 guys scoring in double figures, it's a good sign because it says on a given night different guys can step up and score. I thought Briante and Jaquan gave us great scoring from the point guard spot. We don't necessarily want our point guards to lead us in scoring or lead us in shots, but I thought those guys really did a good job being aggressive, getting to the foul line, pushing the ball. And, again, because of the style of play, they got out in transition some, especially Briante.
After that UVA win, you said you were going to keep them level-headed and make sure they didn't lose their heads, and they did come out with a pretty solid performance tonight against a pretty good Winthrop team, 20-point win. What do you think about the execution out there?
Yeah, it was not our best game from that standpoint. I think, a couple coaches that I've worked for would have called this a trap game. I don't really use that phrase, but it was an emotional win, the UVA game. I mean, we put a lot into that, and then with winning, you don't win in a vacuum, you don't lose in a vacuum. There's responses that you get from people in the community, on campus, classmates, and I'm sure our guys got a lot of pats on the back after that UVA game. Plus, there's a Puerto Rico event on the horizon that our guys are excited about. So here this game was, and we needed to take care of business. I thought in the second half we did a good job of that.
Coach, it's only been 3 games, but to the untrained eye, it appears as if some of the freshmen they're catching up to the game speed. Do you see guys like Jaquan and Mo? I mean, how much progress are you seeing them make up to this point?
I think they've made really good progress. I think the 2 guys you mentioned, Jaquan and Mo, this was their best game of the year. But I think they both gave us contributions against UVA, and that was a big-time setting for a freshman to come in and play on the road in front of all those people against a really good team. And those guys were not out of place at all. They didn't come in and dominate, but they held their own. And then, for Mo, what I'm most excited about is the way that he prepared for tonight's game. His practice on Thursday, his practice on Friday, his approach to shoot-around. It was very clear that he was going to be successful. So we just need for him to continue to follow the process of preparation and getting ready for games. And Jaquan, very similar.
He said he can shoot threes. How good is he out there?
He's the best shooter of those three.
And given that point in the game, did you mind that shot?
No, I didn't mind it. Sounded like the crowd minded it. It was one of those things where the crowd was like, no, and then it went in, and everyone went nuts. But I didn't mind it. I mean, the guy's playing his butt off. He's rebounding. He's working. He's screening. He's defending. Big guys, their life isn't always as much fun out there on the court as it is for the guards who run around and fling them up all the time and get to handle the ball. So got to throw those guys a bone sometimes. So, we want to get them the ball inside as much as possible. But in our break, the big guys are going to be trailing, one of our big guys. And, if they're open and they can shoot the ball on balance, then we give them that opportunity.
Any other questions?
Just thoughts heading into Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we're excited. I think we've got to reset a little bit after this week. It was a long week, and we got 2 wins, which is what we wanted. But now we need to understand that, the week's over, and we got a new challenge ahead of us. We've got 3 games in 4 days. We've got a high-level opponent the first game in Florida State. I think our guys are excited about going down there. I'm certainly excited. But we have to prepare at a high level because to win the games that we want to win down there, we're going to have to play, quite frankly, better than we did tonight and with a great level of focus.